Hi, I'm Dr. Alexander Rosado. I'm going to show you in this video one way that you can preserve all media in VHS format or Minidv or other formats that you have preserving those media and you want to transform them into mp4. So I'm going to do the setup so you can see how it works. In this case, I'm using a machine called Portta. So I'm going to go into the specifics and how my setup is working, and actually I'm getting great results. And for this, we could say it's a technical review, or for this example, my setting will be, I'm using this device, it's a Portta brand, and the model is VD22P, which this model you can capture. You can store your media, you can use a micro USB. Machines here. I'm using here. These currently are very expensive, 512 gigs. So I really saving. Or you can use a USB in order to save the media that you record. And this has the option you can record in MP4. Obviously, you can do the top setting. It's 480. Even though the feed that you might be getting into is 1080p, and you can, by pressing this during the playback, you can make some still photos, which is a great option. And I have been using this with a VCR, but VCR is more challenging because those type of media and the machines by themselves having a lot of trouble. I just got this obviously used, but a Sony digital video cassette recorder, the D1000. I really appreciate the vendor that sold me this because it was in great shape and got me 2 batteries, and it works with batteries and with the power source, and it's working. Obviously, this machine you can add a battery. And you can do a setup with this. You have an old camera. You can set it up, and directly using the camera, you can record here. You can stream. I think there are 2 types of this size for this brand. There's another model that can use as video, but at the time I wasn't considering that. So the first project that I did was rescuing VHS movies, home movies. So actually, this is why I purchased this model. But if I was you, and I could get the other model that has the S video, because it will be easier, maybe, and higher quality to send the feed to this machine in that case. But I'm using RGB setting. You can do out to HDMI or to computer. So those are the options. It's kind of intuitive, but I just want to show you guys how this works when you turn on the machine. When you start, obviously, if you had right now, will indicate that this has a micro SD card here. If you're sending feed out, we'll obviously turn this one on. And if you're using USB as the media to store, then that won't be on. So now it says there's no signal. So I've been playing around with this machine now for more than a month. So actually, I've done all the troubleshooting in my case that I experienced. Initially, knowing that there were problems with the feed from the VHS machine and exchanging machines, and then knowing the problem was with the physical media itself that has fungus, etc., and being too old. Humidity. It's kind of interesting right now. I'm trying. One of the movies that I'm very interested in saving. I'm just put it aside with silica gel, so to see if that works out. So basically, this is it's not a complex setup. It's similar if you're using a video camera. Obviously, the cable, the adapter you need to use is the one with the ends for that video camera by itself. So let me show you this one a little bit. Maybe it will be of your interest, this type of machine. Press and open here. This one is in great shape. I I mean I don't want to tell you about the platform that I, so this is, it's a used product. So imagine a company that more than 20 years that's been a place that you can sell old stuff, right? And so I purchased there, so I want to tell the name of that site. So I could, let me just plug it in this first. So see, it has the stereo, the left and the right, and the video feed, and also the S video out and S video in. So if you have, I mean, if you are interested into this type of machines that you can capture in mp4 and audio, and this is the type of media that you are more interested, so you might get the other model. I think it's, this one is the 22. I think it's the 20 if I don't recall well. But also here you can also connect depending if you have from your camera, or you have the special cable, you can also input from this side. So it's kind of versatile. In my case, I already saved the movies that I had a plan with this. So right now this will be another asset in our machine inventory, because since we're doing research in different areas, and we have now new projects that people might have stored media that we can use for those research. Let me show you. Okay, now you see, let me give you like this view. Obviously, when I connected the recorder player to the Portta machine, now it recognizes a feed, and you see how it changed the color. So for this example, obviously I'm just gonna show you just a little bit of the tape that I've selected for this example. Obviously, for there are reasons of there are private movies that don't want necessarily to be shown, but this one is gonna show you only a feed that is from a field, and maybe some horses there. Just want to make so short so you can see how it works. So machine is on, already set it up prior, the date and everything on there. So I just very carefully, obviously, if you've seen my recommendation first, I mean, obviously I did it prior, but I recommend you to get a good original cleaning cassette. They're still being sold brand new, obviously not, kind of expensive. My price range was like $40 for this new tape, cleaning tape, but I think it's worth it, because obviously this machine was in great shape when I received it, so that's a plus for me. But obviously you need to take care of stock of the film, I mean the cassettes that you have. Important to say that I'm getting new, obviously. I have a background in business and technology, because I used to repair mobile phones in the past, and I now finishing in some grad courses, I mean a degree in information science and a master in information science. So obviously one of my concerns is preserving information. So DV, I find interesting. They're in better shape than VHS media. So I mean, I don't know if it has to be with the size, how it was stored, etc. But I mean, these are in great shape. So I'm gonna go in ahead and then push, so it recognizes the tape and everything. So you're gonna try to watch on this screen. You have the volumes here for the media. This is the home button that you can go back. And this one, I mean, to the full menu, because if you press this, it gives me the options: A, settings, videos already recorded, pictures that I've taken, or MP3 audio, right? So we're gonna test this too, just briefly, record something and the pictures. One thing I'm gonna say first, I haven't change the date on this, since I'm always plugging it in. I'm not using a battery, so the date is gonna be wrong, and also that affects the files that will be stored in my media. Already, some of the files I already put the name there, so you're gonna, when I go back, so I can play it back to you, so you see there will be a difference there. Okay, so we're ready here. It says that there's media to there's like some disk, so it says that TF, there's media inserted. It's gonna record in 480p and TSC, and it comes from CVBS, the feed is receiving. So let's go play here in my player there, and when I start playing there, now see, the initial feed has some lines, but it will fix up. This is regarding the tape that I have on using. You can press here, then you see the sign says here that's taken still photo. Now it's changing, and now you see the feed. See, it's great. Obviously, it depends how it was recorded, but indeed it's important. Now it's recording. Sorry, I wasn't recording yet, and I'm gonna stop the recording. Okay, perfect. So I just want to show you and see the first mistake. My recommendation, what I'm doing now, because trying to restore, and sometimes cleaning in the VHS setting, cleaning the VHS, then take it out, waiting a bit, getting it back, and I have it. Sometimes some parts it's getting better, others the feed, there's too much noise or nothing there, nothing to rescue, and that says only the audio, so it's kind of important. So let's verify the recording. So it should be here it is. So you can see how it records. See? Obviously it has the the grain from that time. It was a short recording, so you guys you can see that. Let me see if the pictures we can access them. And the machine is not working currently, but I did test the media outside, and it did record the stills. But it's kind of saying that not often everything works as planned, right? So my feedback on this, obviously you gotta be patient using this type of first old machines that you try to rescue some media recordings from them. And also when you're getting new technology, obviously it's not a $10 device, but still the quality, it says to you that give you some headaches sometimes. But it did take the pictures, and obviously I need to go into the laptop and to show you guys. So but it's an option, and gotta be you guys aware that you're gonna get some little bit trouble when you're using these types of machines. So hopefully this video will at least give you some hints of what can be done with this type of portable devices, so you can capture mp4 and stills from old media. And this is example, I'm using a Minidv recorder player. I've used it on VHS, also videos machines. So hopefully this will give you some head start on your projects to rescuing old movies and formats.